local seafood market. Michelle, the owner, is here. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
And I am going to buy something to cook for dinner tonight, in which you'll see. Here's grouper. My husband loves that, so I may go for that. But I'm gonna try something different. This is a type of snapper. What did you say that was again?
That is hogfish.
Hogfish snapper. So I'm going to try that and give you some information on that tonight. But I want you just to look at her cute little shop. And thank goodness, even during this pandemic, I'm still able to come here. And that she's open because she does serve food. And she's got the cutest little things for your home, indoor or out. Sort of the shabby chic look, which you all know I love. So I'm going to get those two fish, those kind of fish, and some fresh shrimp. And we'll see you later in the kitchen. Bye, Michelle. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, here's the shrimp that I bought today. Nice, large ones, fresh. I'm just going to prep them for this evening. And if you take the shell off the front part and then squeeze the back tail, there you have it. Now, some people want to devein them. If you do, that's okay. I don't, because I don't care. If you want to devein them, just cut through here, along the back ridge, and you see that vein in there. And then you take that part out. But I grew up eating what we caught, so I really don't care if it's deveined or not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel every one of these jumbo shrimp to get ready to saute tonight in butter and spices, and you will see that as well. I don't have to prep the fish, so I'm doing this as prep time. Again, start at the belly, peel, take the tail, clamp, and pull. If there's still some left, just pull it off with the little feet. Some people can't take this, but look at that beautiful shrimp. I have now added real butter to the pan. And I'm going to get it evenly over the pan. You can see how hot my burner is. Before I put the shrimp in, the shrimp will cook very quickly. I'll add salt and pepper as it's cooking. As soon as they're pink real good on both sides, the shrimp is finished. So it really does go quickly with such a hot pan. And I'll stir them around to make sure they're coated with that delicious Irish butter and the salt and pepper evenly. And since they're so large, I'm going to turn them individually to make sure they cook on each side evenly because of their size. And this, honestly, after I get them turned, cook them for about another 2 minutes, and they're done. The whole process for this pan of shrimp is maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And there you can see them boiling, sauteing well. And voila, just like that, the shrimp are done. Now it's time for the fish. Look at that gorgeous piece of grouper, large, medium snapper, hogfish snapper. Never had it. I'm going to cut the piece of grouper in half because it's so large and one side's thinner than the other. I want them to cook evenly. And since they're all three white meat fish, I'm going to season them the same. I'm going to put lemon juice on both sides of each fish. This will just give it a little more of a tangy flavor. You really can't tell it a whole lot once you get it cooked. It does help the salt and pepper stick to the fish. I'm going to salt and pepper each side. If you have Old Bay seasoning and you want to spice it up, you can do that as well. When it's fresh fish like this, I like it to taste the fish, not too much seasoning, so I don't add Old Bay unless it's a frozen fish. Now I'm going to take, again, my Irish butter. I'm going to melt it well in the pan. I want it melted and sizzling, and I want it even in the pan before I add my fillets to them. Now it's all melted, and here I am making sure it's even all the way around in the pan. And then I'll lay all 3 pieces of fish in there. The snapper, I'm going to put in there skin side up so the meat's down. I'm going to be turning it anyway, but I want it to start, really sauteing on that side. Now it's on about a medium-high heat at this point. I get a pan ready with Pam to put them in to go in the oven. I turn the heat up to high because I want it to really sizzle. The more it cooks, the better it sizzles, the more that flavor is into the fish, and it makes a seal, which also makes the fish moist. Here we go. It is sizzling, and the meat is starting to get white on the edges. I know that it's about time to turn because of that. So now you see that butter, you see that steam. Now I'm going to turn. This piece of grouper is so large. It's all I can do to get hold of it to turn it. As you can see, it's so heavy. But look at that small piece. Oh my gosh, it's almost done just like it is. And I mean, I don't even mind eating it rare since it's fresh, but I cooked it all the way. Now I've got them all 3 turned. I keep the heat on that high heat, and I want them to sizzle just as much on this side as they did the other side. So I wait another 2 or 3 minutes and let them cook at this rate. And then I'm turning them around in the pan to make sure they're all equally coated with the salt and pepper. That's the residual effects of that in the pan, and the butter. Look at that butter crystallizing against the fish. Oh, you know that's going to be good. This was just smell-o-vision. Anyway, here we go. I turned this over. Look at the skin on that. It's curled up. You know it's got a good saute on that. So they're basically done. Now done sauteing. Now what I need to do is transfer them over to the pan in order to put them in the oven. I'm touching them to see how tender they are on each side, letting me know that they have cooked enough on each side, and I just need to get the middle done. So I'm going to slide them into the pan, put in the oven at 375, 400 for about 5 minutes to get them cooked to the middle. This one piece is so thin, it's already cooked. It's done. Into the oven they go, the thicker pieces, and then I test this smaller piece, and you can see it falls right apart, letting me know it is done and delish. I actually snack on this while I'm waiting for the others to get done. And here we go. Bon appetit. Look at that. Shrimp, snapper, grouper. And let me tell you, peeps, it was delicious.